Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin and welcome to your latest Chelsea news. Lots popping off. You better take a moment, sit down, get yourself a drink, get some popcorn, get some chips, whatever you fancy, do that because lots to go through. Nice little, synopsis, nice little snippet here from Fabrizio Romano, which really encapsulates exactly what has happened over the last 24 hours. We've got news in regards to Amigga, how he can impact, Jackson's future. Proposal over 50 million for Andre Santos rejected. We're not going to touch too much on that because we've talked about that. Achapong approaches Fermin, a long-term target. We'll talk about that. Definitely Fermin Lopez, Moses Caicedo, new contract. So we're going to return back to make sure we cover all of these news. But first thing that I want to talk about is, ladies and gentlemen, we have to beat Bayern Munich. We really do. I'm confident that we will. I know some of you guys are not confident. I don't understand why you want to consistently walk into a game feeling scared, feeling nervous. Are you not done with that? Are you not bored? For the past 3 seasons, we felt like that. Finally, our squad, our team is giving us something. I know the entire squad is not, perfect. There are flaws, but at least we have something. At least we can go into these sort of fixtures and feel like, yeah, we're even money, man. We're not moving into this fixture thinking, oh man, let us bend over backwards, lube up nicely and let Bayern have their way with us. No, I feel like we're good chance. We're good chance. Sure, Bayern Munich are favorites at home, no problems, but we are a good chance, and I hope we beat them. Look at this, man. Look at Bayern Munich on their Facebook page. FC Bayern Munich, see you soon, Chelsea FC, and look who they've got the picture of, Nicholas Jackson. And I mean, look, it was always going to happen. Nicholas Jackson moving from Chelsea Football Club to Bayern Munich, this fixture was always going to surround him and have a lot of focus on him. So I understand that, but I want to beat them. I want to shut them up. I want to shut up Nicholas Jackson as well. This is what Bayern director Max Eberl has said, that Bayern Munich will surely benefit on Wednesday from the inside knowledge of Chelsea from Nicholas Jackson. I mean, what inside knowledge, bro? You really think you know everything? You really think you know everything that Maresca is going to do? Look, yeah, he might have some bits and pieces of knowledge, but overall, we are not going to be that predictable. We will have some surprise for Bayern Munich, no doubts about that. Bayern Munich's attack is brilliant, but when you look at their defense, when you look at their midfield, it's not like it's, that it's indestructible. Like they are just solid. They are just going to dominate us. They have weakness as well. We've got weakness, no problems. We've definitely got weaknesses, but they've got weaknesses as well. It's a matter of how we can exploit their weakness and make sure our weakness is heavily intact. So look, we must beat Bayern Munich. Next up, let's start things off from here. Going back to Fabrizio Romano's list, Fermin Lopez, long-term target, ladies and gentlemen. If you missed out on my earlier video, do watch that, which was heavily talked about Fermin Lopez, where I said that Barcelona's recent match that they played against Valencia, where Fermin Lopez was a starter and ended up winning the man of the match. He absolutely blew my mind. And I want Chelsea Football Club to pursue this player. I know it's just one match, but sometimes it only takes one to sort of make you think that, yeah, what didn't he do in that match against Valencia? I don't know if you guys have watched it. Please go and check that match. Fermin Lopez, his pressing, his off-the-ball work rate, winning duels in terms of tackles, interceptions, his passing, his technical ability, his vision to find through balls, his long-range shooting, his inside-the-box, knowledge, footballing IQ. Like, he had it all. On the ball, off the ball, he had it all, and he was so good through the center of the field, through the middle. You can tell that's the kind of player that I'd love to see at Chelsea Football Club whenever we come up against strong defenses that just wants to sit back. You need a player like Fermin Lopez that can play through the middle and have that technical ability to hold the ball and find those space through the middle as opposed to always going wide, which is what these teams, they want to do. They want to stay compact internally, go wide, whipping crosses, and it's easy for them to defend. But go through the middle, yeah, it's another different story. Chelsea offered 40 million euros to sign Fermin Lopez. That money was never going to be enough to convince Barcelona. Yep, 100%. From what I'm told, Chelsea sent that bid, even though they knew the deal was almost impossible, because they really wanted to make player feel that the interest in concrete. Look, if your interest is concrete, sure, okay, you placed a bid, gives you an impression, yeah, they're serious, but you're not really serious if you're going with 40 million euros. Look, I understand Fermin Lopez, it doesn't get enough starts for Barcelona. Maybe 40 million euros is a starting point, which is about, what, 35 million pounds. But I think someone like Fermin Lopez will probably go for something around 50 million pounds, if I'm being absolutely honest. I mean, players like Madueke going for 52 million. Do you know what I mean? Xavi Simons is going for nearly 55 to 60 million. Fermin Lopez, I think there's immense value on that player. They believe Fermin would be perfect for what they're building at Chelsea, coming from Fabrizio Romano. So look, hopefully, I mean, he's made his intentions clear that he doesn't want to leave Barcelona. But yeah, things like this change, man. All of these things change, and we shall see what happens in the January transfer window, whether Fermin Lopez plays enough games for Barcelona. Right now, he might play a little bit of games because Yamal is injured and Fermin Lopez is sort of drifting from the right into central positions. He's sort of like a floater. He's everywhere. So it might work out. But we shall see. We shall see. We'll have definitely our eyes and ears open for this player. Things can always change, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, Chelsea want to negotiate an advance on new contract for Moises Caicedo. Chelsea want to give him what he deserves. I love it. Absolutely love it. To avoid potential problems with other clubs in the next years. 100%. I mean, Moises Caicedo, this is his third season. He had the first season under Pochettino. Last season was his second season, and this season, third season. He's just getting better and better, and he was already very good at Brighton, and he's just taken his game to a different level. He is, for me, the best midfielder in the Premier League. He really is. There's no doubt about that. What can he do? He can score goals. He can find a lovely pass. He's combative. He's unbelievable when it comes to, tackling and interceptions and whatnot. He is the epitome of the Premier League right now in terms of midfielder. In terms of the most valuable player as well. Like, I feel like he should be one of the most valuable players. I know Isak as a striker, but Moises Caicedo, man, honestly, that 100 and whatever, 15, 20, whatever million we paid for Moises Caicedo, around 110, I don't exactly recall. He's worth nearly 200 million. I'm not even joking. I am not even joking. So, yeah, give him whatever he deserves. Get him a new contract. I want to see Moises Caicedo become a legend at Chelsea Football Club. Hopefully, he wins the Premier League. Hopefully, he wins the Champions League with us. And he will, forever etch his name in Chelsea's, legacy, undoubtedly. Check this out. No player has made more tackles, 16, or more interceptions, 12, than Moises Caicedo in the Premier League this season. He also has the best success rate of any midfielder to contest 30-plus duels this season, 65 points. I mean, the stats are ridiculous. Stats are absolutely ridiculous for Moises Caicedo. He is 100%. When I say he's worth 200 million, I'm not even joking. And that might be a bargain. That really might be a bargain because these stats are ridiculous. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, check this out. Estevao Willian. He is back. He is back training, Estevao Willian, which is fantastic to see. Great to have him back. Is he going to feature against Bayern Munich? We shall see. I would love him to feature against Bayern Munich. I think a player like Estevao Willian playing for us, Cole Palmer through the middle, Estevao Willian on the right, João Pedro up front, Pedro Neto on the left. I think that attack is potent. That attack is so potent and will do damage on Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich, our fans wants us to be scared with the quality Bayern Munich have up front. Well, Bayern Munich, you better be scared of us with the quality that we have, that we can, hurt you guys with. So look, hopefully, Estevao Willian, he's fully back in the training mode, and that he doesn't need to come off the bench and this or the other. I'd love to see him start, unless there is some sort of a niggly problem. But good to see him back on training. Chelsea plans for 2026. I'm told Chelsea are looking at several opportunities, for example, at centre-back. If there's a young player with some good quality, then for Chelsea, it's always time for a good opportunity. Currently tracking many talents, especially from abroad. I mean, look, this is our model. This is our project. This is what we believe in. This is what the owners, current owners, the sporting directors, if there is an opportunity to find a young player with some sort of talent, we'll buy them. We'll buy them. Either they work out at Chelsea Football Club or we'll sell them for money. This is a new revenue stream. We don't make enough money as a football club. Our owners see that this player trading business is something that can really be tapped into. So yeah, every transfer window, we're going to be busy. Every transfer window, we're going to pop off. Players either will play for Chelsea or they'll go to Strasbourg or they'll be loaned out. They'll either make it to Chelsea or they'll be sold down the track. So yeah, we're always on the lookout. And young centre-backs, yeah, sure, why not? I think in the next transfer window, players like Desassi, big question mark on Wesley Fofana, big question mark on Benoit Badiashile. Yes, we've got Anselmino. Yes, we've got Mamadou Sarr. But, we need to make sure that the conveyor belt is running all the time. So, the people are still got question marks over Tosin and Chalobah as well. So, I can understand why Chelsea will be looking for centre-backs in the coming future to bolster that position. But you best believe we're not going to be looking at like ready-made defenders. We'll be looking at potentials once again. Whether that is the wise thing to do, we shall see. I get mixed reviews from Chelsea fans. Sometimes they're like, "Oh, you're really going to question the scouts? They found Cole Palmer. They found this. They found that." I still remember when I did the video on Gittins and how I wasn't completely on board. So many people went after me saying, "Oh, you're going to talk about Gittins," and now so many people talking down on Gittins when they really shouldn't be. It's such early days in the season. So, but it's strange. It all depends on what mood people are in the fan base. That's what it feels like. All right. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Chelsea will decide in the next months whether they want to bring Amigga into the squad in January or next summer, with both being possibilities. Juventus were one of the clubs interested, as well as Aston Villa and Bayern Munich early on. This is interesting news. Amigga, if he does come early on the January window, then we definitely need to get rid of Mark Yu and send him back on a loan somewhere. I don't oppose this one bit. I think it only helps us. Amigga is a player that is on the upward trajectory. He is growing. He is doing better. I know recently he hasn't performed his best, but he's still banging in goals. He seems like someone who's quite strong aerially, is good on his feet as well. So I don't mind. You're going to be you are a Chelsea player. Might as well start from the January, and a player like him could be beneficial coming off the bench. Liam Delap, competition for Liam Delap. And if Enzo Maresca really wants to play with a striker up front and João Pedro just in behind with Cole Palmer maybe on the right side, we need another striker on the bench. Do you know what I mean? Like Delap will start and then Amigga can be on the bench. So I don't mind this one bit whatsoever. And obviously right now there seems to be some issues with the Ultras at Strasbourg who are not taking Amigga, too kind-heartedly at the moment. They feel like, you've signed a contract with Chelsea, you might as well go and play for Chelsea. They don't want to see him captain or even feature for Strasbourg. But it is a small minority that's doing that at Strasbourg. So I've got no problems with Amigga coming and joining us in January. I think it only helps us. Achapong approaches. We need to talk about that. Look, we have to keep one eye on Achapong because Wesley Fofana playing on that right side against Brentford, as much as I didn't mind when I saw the starting lineup, ultimately his performance was poor. And that needs to be looked at because Wesley Fofana, you can't be dropping rubbish performances like that. I'm sorry, because they impact the team. That first goal, yes, we can blame Tosin all day long, no problems. But Wesley Fofana needs to be closer to that player Shard from Brentford. And I feel like someone like Achapong, if we don't give him enough game time throughout the season, I feel like he's also a quality youngster, then we potentially could be losing someone like Achapong and then still end up keeping someone like Wesley Fofana. So look, we need to make a decision quickly. Is it Wesley Fofana? Is it Achapong? I know there's other competitions as well, like in terms of Reece James, Malo Gusto, that can play on that right side. Truly, truly it should be Trevor Chalobah that should be playing as an RCB, I feel. But someone like Achapong, we really need to be utilizing him a lot more. There is a serious level of youngster there. And the only way he's going to develop is if we give him some game time. And I feel like he's good enough to have game time. And yeah, okay, he's going to make mistakes, but that's how you're going to learn. That's how you're going to learn. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is the latest on everything that's been popping off. Let me know your thoughts about everything we spoke about, all the different topics. Smash up the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Till next time, take care. See ya.